Hello, it's January 9th, 2026, and we have an update on Eastern Front combat events. The enemy is pushing with all their might, but time is not on the occupiers' side. Find out why in this video. Let's go, watch. The enemy continues to slowly approach Sloviansk and Kramatorsk. From the direction of Bakhmut, the occupier has advanced toward the settlement of Minkivka. Fighting is already taking place on the outskirts of the village of Novomarkove. The enemy has completely captured Markove and Maiske, and there was no change in the advance from the northern side of Chasovyi Yar. And the main battles are taking place around and within Kostiantynivka itself. The Prytechiny area and the Bakhmut-Kostiantynivka road are under our control, near Oleksandr Shultin. The enemy has entered Kostiantynivka, is building up forces, and is trying to gain a foothold. There are constant battles and clearing operations in the area of the railway station. In this area, there were also some lone Russian walkers spotted, who were sent one way, far from the LBZ. In the villages of Stepanivka and Berostok, everything has been cleared. But in the fog and through the pipes, the Russians continue to send suicide squads into these areas, whom we destroy. The next hellish direction is the Dobropilsky district of Sofiivka. Our reinforcements have now arrived, and the Azov fighters are already restoring order there. The occupier has entered Rodinsky, and fighting is underway in Pokrovsk, Mirnorad, and Ryshin. It is around and within this triangle that the main fierce battles are taking place, where large numbers of enemy equipment columns and manpower are being destroyed. Everyone understands that with our resistance, the occupier won't be able to withstand such pressure for long. Time is the main currency of war, and today it's important to honestly say that this time is not working in Russia's favor. They want us to believe. They want us to think that Russia is big, that it can't be broken, that it can fight for years, but the truth is different. Russia is no longer fighting with strength, but with exhaustion, and it's wearing out faster than it seems. Here's a brief, factual explanation. Russia spends over 7% of its gross domestic product on the war. This isn't a planned budget, it's an economy that's working at its limit. Yes, they're still paying, but with what money? By cutting civilian programs, taking expensive loans, inflation, frozen development, the economy is growing slowly, and the war is costly. This isn't balance, it's a countdown. The second thing is oil, that's their oxygen. Russia lives off oil exports, but that oxygen is increasingly being cut off by sanctions. Price controls, problems with tankers, logistics through grey schemes. Every tanker is a risk. Bypassing sanctions will be more expensive. Every month of war means less clean money. And war without stable cash is a sentence. It's just not immediate. Third, When it comes to equipment and drones in modern warfare, production takes a long time, but destruction takes seconds. Russia is losing equipment faster than it can properly restore it. Warehouses are emptying, quality is dropping, and Ukrainian drones are making the war cheap for us and deadly expensive for them. This isn't about heroes, it's about math, and this math isn't on the side of the Russian Federation. Fourth, it's about people, the worst number for them. Equipment can be bought, money can be printed, but people cannot. Russia has a labor shortage, mobilization hits the economy, and losses affect morale. And here the main thing is that time works not for the one who endures, but for the one who preserves people and adapts faster. So you may ask, when will Russia's collapse happen? Won't there be a single date or a single day? Collapse is a process, but the window for a systemic breakdown is at most until 2028 if the war continues at its current pace, and the pace is changing every day. As you can see, the signs will be obvious. These are budget gaps, a new round of inflation, problems with oil revenues, and conflicts within the elites. There will also be hysteria in the propaganda. Instead of victory, Russia will lose, not because we believe it, but because reality is stronger than propaganda. Every day of this war is a loss of resources for them, and for us, it's a chance to bring their end closer. That's why the main thing is not to get tired before they break, because time is already running, and it's not on their side. Support the armed forces of Ukraine, and we will definitely win, because we are invincible. Glory to Ukraine, the armed forces, volunteers, and Putin is a jerk.